God's Dark Canvas. This is Redeeming the Time Brothers podcast, a podcast by Gene Kissinger and Norman Kissinger, two brothers who spent their lives in ministry and raising large families. Our desire is to provide a digital place for those who long belong. And as always, we want to leave a night light on. For that night light is out of John chapter 1 and verse 5. The light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. The darkest moments in our lives are opportunities for God to shine His brightest light. An artist once said that the most stunning portraits are painted against the darkest backgrounds. The deeper the shadow, the more brilliant the light appears when it breaks through. This truth echoes profoundly in our spiritual lives, where God often does His most magnificent work in our deepest, darkest valleys. When we find ourselves surrounded by circumstances that seem impossible, when the weight of loss and disappointment threatens to crush our spirits, when fear whispers that hope is foolish, these are precisely the moments when heaven prepares to reveal its glory. Our deep darkness becomes God's canvas, and upon it He paints strokes of grace and mercy and supernatural peace that could never be fully appreciated in the bright noon of our comfortable days. Consider how a single candle transforms a pitch black room. The flame doesn't struggle or strain, it simply burns and darkness flees. In the same way, God's presence in our trials doesn't always remove the difficulty immediately, but transforms our experience of it entirely. His light doesn't just illuminate our path, it becomes our path. The most powerful testimonies aren't born in boardrooms or sanctuaries, but in hospital waiting rooms, in the silence after devastating news, and the lonely hours when sleep won't come. These sacred spaces of suffering become theaters where God's faithfulness takes center stage, witnessed by angels encountering future generations who will face their own dark nights. Your current struggle isn't evidence of God's absence, it's the very stage upon which His presence will be most dramatically revealed. The darker your night, the more stunning His dawn will appear. Trust that He who called the light from nothing even now prepares to call hope from your hopelessness, strength from your weakness, and beauty from your ashes. Mighty Father God, I pray that You would bring Your loving light shining forth out of even the dark situations of our lives. I pray that You just give us encouragement in the midst of them. Help us, God, to cling to You tenaciously through them, and help us to remember that if You brought us to it, You'll bring us through it. Help us, God, to walk faithfully with You. In Jesus' most holy, precious, and powerful name, amen.